The architectural evolution of New York City, from brownstones to super-slenders. 1. The grid that shaped a metropolis. In 1811, New York adopted the Commissioner's Plan, laying out a strict grid of streets and avenues for Manhattan. This plan ignored the island's natural topography, but it allowed for rapid urban expansion. The grid system helped standardize building plots and led to dense, orderly growth, a defining feature of NYC's urban form. 2. Skyscrapers, New York's vertical ambition. New York's skyline began climbing in the late 19th century with the construction of early skyscrapers like the Flatiron Building, 1902, and the Woolworth Building, 1913. The invention of the elevator and steel frame construction enabled buildings to rise to new heights, turning Manhattan into the global symbol of the vertical city. 3. Art Deco grandeur. The 1920s and 1930s brought a wave of Art Deco architecture, reflecting modernity and glamour. The Chrysler Building, 1930, with its stainless steel spire, and the Empire State Building, 1931, remain icons. Their stylized motifs, setbacks, and ornate materials gave New York an enduring architectural identity. 4. Brownstones and tenements, life at street level. In contrast to the towering skyline, much of NYC's daily life historically unfolded in its brownstone row houses and tenement buildings. Brownstones, common in Brooklyn and Harlem, were elegant homes of the 19th century. Tenements, often overcrowded and poorly ventilated, were built for immigrants and the working class, defining the social fabric of the Lower East Side. 5. The rise of modernism. Post-World War II New York embraced modernist architecture. Skyscrapers like the United Nations headquarters, 1952, and Seagram Building, 1958, introduced minimalist glass and steel forms. Influenced by European Bauhaus principles, this era emphasized function over ornament, reshaping Midtown Manhattan with sleek, rational structures. 6. Brutalism and controversy. The 1960s and 70s saw the emergence of brutalism, characterized by massive concrete forms and raw aesthetics. Examples include the Ford Foundation Building, 1967, and the now demolished Pan Am Building. While admired for their honesty in materials, many brutalist buildings faced public resistance and demolition in later decades. 7. Preservation and the birth of landmarks law. In response to the demolition of iconic buildings like the original Penn Station, 1963, New York passed the Landmarks Preservation Law in 1965. It established the Landmarks Preservation Commission, which protects historic structures. Thanks to this, gems like Grand Central Terminal were saved and restored, safeguarding the city's architectural memory. 8. Postmodern rebellion. By the 1980s, postmodernism emerged as a playful counter to modernism's austerity. Buildings like Philip Johnson's AT&T Building, now 550, Madison Avenue, brought back classical motifs, ornamentation, and humor. This eclecticism marked a new chapter in NYC's architectural evolution. 9. Super-slender towers, engineering the impossible. In the 21st century, New York pioneered super-slender residential skyscrapers, some less than 60 feet wide and over 1,000 feet tall. 432, Park Avenue and Steinway Tower on Billionaire's Row exemplify this trend. Made possible by advanced engineering and ultra-wealthy buyers, these pencil-thin towers reshape the skyline and intensify debates over shadows, inequality, and aesthetics. 10. Sustainable urbanism and the future. Modern New York architecture increasingly incorporates green design. Hudson Yards, the largest private real estate development in U.S. history, includes LEED-certified buildings and high-tech infrastructure. Projects like the High Line, a transformed elevated railway, reflect a shift toward adaptive reuse and environmental integration in urban planning.